Central Oregon is a great place to live, work, and play. It's also a place where great things are made. For locals and visitors alike, the surrounding forests are a playground for hiking, biking, rafting, skiing, and so much more. But one thing that hasn't changed is the growing concern for catastrophic wildfire. Fire is a looming presence on our natural landscape. Small fires are natural for the health and regeneration of Central Oregon's abundant pine forests. Yet decades of development, wildfire suppression, and other factors have dramatically changed conditions on the ground. The forests have become unnaturally dense and vulnerable to catastrophic megafires, insects, and disease. Many Central Oregon forests, especially those on national forest lands, are filled with smaller, densely packed trees and undergrowth, which are not as resilient to fire as they could be. The unnatural conditions on the ground influence the size and severity of fire, and if ignited, catastrophic wildfire can have severe consequences on the landscape, as well as local water supplies and the recreational opportunities that we all enjoy. That's why diverse interests came together to address this threat. The Deschutes Collaborative Forest Project produced the West Bend Project, which began in 2010 and will continue forest restoration work until 2020. The project encompasses 26,000 acres west of Bend.
The West Bend project itself actually had 4 different purposes that come together very nicely on that landscape. The area immediately west of Bend needed treatment for both fire protection and for forest health reasons. And so we undertook this project to improve forest health, to reduce the risk of stand replacing catastrophic wildfire. Also, as an offshoot of that, we want to reintroduce low-intensity regular fire, the type of fire that these forests evolved with. But another purpose of this project was to derive economic benefit from the timber that's going to be sold as part of the project as we meet those other goals.
The collaborative included many different local groups and individuals, all of whom have a stake in the forests.
This project in particular was quite unique. It's part of the Deschutes Collaborative Forest Landscape, and this was part of the Collaborative Forest Landscape Restoration Act. The Deschutes Collaborative Forest Project was developed. Institute of all the interests who really care about the forest in Central Oregon, from timber industry to environmentalists, from government interests to recreationists. They're all at the table. And they came together to develop recommendations for treatments in dry ponderosa pine forests that we then incorporated into our planning project. So it was really a broad swath of the community that came together to develop this project, more so than we typically take on. This project is pretty unique. We talk a lot about how we need the local infrastructure to process wood, to process lumber, in order to make the rest of our operations go. And you see it very succinctly in the West Bend project. We're doing timber harvest right now as we speak, and the revenue that's generated from that timber harvest is coming directly back to the fleets through stewardship contracts. And that money is being used to complete the restoration work that comes on the back end of the project.
All receipts of the timber sale come directly back to the community. Only local mills, loggers, and suppliers are used. And the resulting forest restoration benefits local recreation and tourism and the local economy.
One of the unique things about West Bend is that there's a ton of recreational interest. Everybody from Nordic skiers to mountain bikers to hikers to dog walkers love this place. And so there's a lot of work that needs to be done on old user-created roads, user-created trails, those sorts of things. And we wouldn't be able to restore those aspects of the project without the revenues that we're getting from the timber sale.
One goal of the project is to reintroduce light ground fire in the landscape. But that's only one tool that's being used to restore the health of the forests. Mechanical harvesters are another tool. The project is just one example of how selective logging is helping protect drinking water supplies and ensure our forests are a safe and scenic place to enjoy and play. Trees sold from the project are sent here, to Interfor's Gilchrist Mill. where logs are processed and manufactured into products we use every day.
So directly, Interfor employs about 120 people at this facility. Indirectly, there are possibly hundreds of more jobs with people supplying the mill with logs, truckers, all the supplies the facility needs to operate on a daily basis.
Not only is the project restoring forest health, it is providing materials to support local jobs and Central Oregon's economy.
About 60% of the wood, the raw material for this facility, is sourced from the national forest, predominantly Deschutes and the Fremont-Wainema. So this facility primarily produces what we call reserve pine. It's a 1-inch appearance grade board that goes on the insides of, mostly on the insides of homes for walls and ceilings. We also create within that product line moldings and different patterns with tongue and groove.
This product is used locally in new home and commercial construction, employing many more Central Oregonians.
Projects like the West Bend provide the necessary raw materials for our products. Fortunately, the Deschutes National Forest and the Fremont-Wainema National Forest have been offering sales from projects like this on a steady basis. This provides a steady, dependable supply for our mill. That allows us to provide steady, long-term, family wage jobs to our employees, as well as those of the companies that support us.
The lumber produced at the mill is yet another great, made in Central Oregon product that we can all be proud of.
This product, made right here in Central Oregon, is shipped all over the country. We also create your typical pine products for windows, doors, and molding.
As well, but we've worked remarkably well with industry, with the purchasers, and with the recreational community to understand what's coming and how things are going to look when they're done.
When projects like this are done in national forest, it reduces the risk of wildfires so people can recreate in a forest that is green and growing, rather than avoiding an area that is black and has dead trees dangerously standing around.
The best part of projects like the West Bend project is that locals and visitors alike will have a healthier, resilient forest that is around for future generations to enjoy. When completed, our forests will look much the same as they did historically. We know this because of early photos of the area.
Implementing projects like this ensures the trees will be healthy and people will have places to recreate for many years to come.
This is a win-win for the environment, for recreation tourism, for local jobs, the community, and the local economy. So, a healthy forest is a productive forest, providing many more benefits than you may have thought. To learn more, visit healthyforests.org.